All right. So number one on our study guide for topic 11, converting measurements, Ben's super yummy kitty weighs 80 ounces. How many pounds does his super yummy kitty weigh? Well, we can tell that they want us to convert to pounds from here. So they're saying how many pounds does it weigh? So we know that it's 80 ounces, and I'm going to write OZ for ounces, equals some number of pounds. And you'll see over here that they gave us the conversion, the base conversion for it, and it's going to be 16 ounces is equal to 1 pound. We know to get from 16 to 1, this is going to be divided by 16 because you can see that it's going from a bigger number to a smaller number. So our ounce to pound relationship is divide by 16. So if we go from ounce to pound up here, we're going from 80 to some number. We are also going to divide by 16. And 80 divided by 16 is going to be 5 pounds. So Ben's super yummy kitty cat weighs 5 pounds. A large plant in Miss K's backyard is 234 centimeters tall. What is the height of the plant in meters? So they want us to convert to meters. We are given the measurement in centimeters, so we have 234 centimeters equals some meters. We don't know how many meters yet. There's two ways to go about this. We can use the conversion. So it says 1 meter equals 100 centimeters. So I want you to look at this. If we wrote 1 meter equals 100 centimeters, you'll notice that centimeters is on the left side here and on meters is on the right side here. And then on our base unit conversion, 1 meter is on the left and 100 centimeters is on the right. So we want to make sure that they're on the same side. So we can actually just go ahead and flip this around. So instead of 1 meter over there and 100 centimeter over there, I'm going to make it 100 centimeters over here and 1 meter over there. All I did was go and flip it around. Now we can convert. So to go from 100 to 1, we divide by 100. So we're going to divide 234 by 100. So remember, when you're dividing by powers of 10, we can just go 1, 2, because there's two zeros in divided by 100. So we know that 234 centimeters is equal to 2.34 meters. And that's going to be our answer. Now, the other way you could have done this is you could have wrote King Henry died by drinking chunky meat. And we're starting in centimeters, which is right here. So we're at 234 centimeters. And we're trying to get to meters, which is the base. So we're going to go 1, 2. So that means we're going to move our decimal in 234 2 times 1, 2 to the left. And it's going to go 1, 2. So 2.34 meters. It's up to you which version you would like to use. I have no preference either. A spool contains 280 inches of floss. What is the total number of feet of floss on the spool? Well, I know that they want us to go from 280 inches to some number of feet. And they gave us 12 inches equals 1 foot. I have my inches on the same side and my feet on the same side, so now I can define that relationship. My inch to foot relationship is going to be divided by 12. So to turn 280 inches into feet, I'm going to divide that by 12. So I'm going to go ahead and write that out here. 280, 12. 12 goes into 2 0 times. It goes into 28 twice. And it goes into 43 times. And then we have a remainder of 4, and that's going to be 4 something. It's going to be 23 feet. So we have 23 feet here, and then we have 4 inches left over. So the answer is going to be 23 feet and 4 inches. Hampton, stop raising your hand. William and William completely filled an empty water cooler with 4 gallons of liquid. How many 1-cup servings of liquid does the cooler hold? So right now we can see that we're going from 4 gallons to oops. Let me erase that arrow. And they want us to convert it to some number of cups. Well, there you'll see right here we have the base conversion again, one right there. I can see that the cups is on the left side here and on the right side in the base conversion. I'm going to go ahead and flip it before I write it down. So instead of gallon being on the right, I'm going to change it to be on the left. So 1 gallon on the left, 16 cups on the right. And I'm going to define that relationship to go from gallons to cups, 1 to 16. I'm going to do times 16. So to turn our 4 gallons into cups, we're going to do times 16, and that's going to be 64 cups. I lost my mouse. There we go. During recess, Miss Thomas kicked the ball 18 meters further than Beck. If Beck kicked the ball 1,900 centimeters, how far did Miss Thomas kick the ball in centimeters? So we have to figure out how far Miss Thomas kicked the ball in centimeters, but they gave it to us in meters. So we're going to actually use King Henry died by drinking chunky meat for this one. So we're starting in the base because remember the base is meters, liters, and grams. So Miss Thomas is at 18 meters and we're going to move to centimeters. So 1, 2. So that's going to be we're going to move it 2 times to the right, and it's going to be 1,800. Because if we moved it 2 times to the right, we have that. So Ms. Thomas kicked it 1,800 centimeters further than Beck. So if Beck kicked it 1,900 centimeters, how far did Ms. Thomas kick it? Well, she kicked it farther by 1,800, so we're going to add it. And it's going to become 3,700 centimeters. So how far did Ms. Thomas kick it? She kicked it 3,700 centimeters. Sydney needs 60 kilometers of bubblegum for an art project. How many meters of bubblegum does she need? We're going from 60 kilometers to some meters. And then they gave us the base conversion right here where it says 1 kilometer is equal to 1,000 meters. Both the units are on the same side. Kilometers are both on the left. Meters are both on the right. So we can define our relationship. To go from kilometers to meters, we see that it's 1 to 1,000, which means it's times 1,000. So we can do the same thing here. We're going from kilometers to meters times 1,000. 60 times 1,000 is going to be 60,000. So 60 kilometers is the same thing as 60 meters. Sorry, it's not 60 meters, 60,000 meters. Max rode his scooter 4,500 meters every day for 5 days. How many kilometers did he scooter in all? So we're going to try to figure this out. They want us to find it in kilometers, but we have our number in meters. So we can do this 2 ways. First, we're going to go ahead and try to find how many meters 4,500 times 5 is. Because if he does it every day for 5 days, we can do 4,500 times 5. That's going to be 22,500. And now we're going to go ahead, this is 22,500 meters. We're going to go ahead and convert that to kilometers. So King Henry died by drinking chunky meat. Meters, that's the base, and they want us to go to kilometers. So that's 1, 2, 3. We're going to move our decimal 3 times to the left. So it's going to go 1, 2, 3. So Max scootered 22.5 kilometers in 5 days. Ollie caught 6.4 kilograms of fish this morning. His brother Xander caught 3,900 grams. How many kilograms of fish did they catch in all? So let's go ahead and change the color now. We have 6.4 kilograms from Ollie, and then his brother caught 3,900 grams. And they want the answer in kilograms. Luckily for us, Ollie's is already in kilograms, but Xander's isn't. So we need to change 3,900 grams to kilograms. So I'm going to use King Henry again. King Henry died by drinking chocolate milk. And then it's starting at grams, so we're at the base, and we're going to move to kilograms. So 1, 2, 3. That means we're moving 3 times to the left. So in 3,900, we're going to go 1, 2, 3. So that's going to be 3.9 kilograms. So how many kilograms of fish did they catch in all? That means we're going to add Ollie's fish to Xander's fish. And we're going to get 10.3 kilograms. Number 9, how many feet are in 4 miles? Well, they want us to find the number of feet. So we have 4 miles equals some number of feet. Well, they gave us a base conversion right here. 1 mile, this is an S, equals 5,280 feet. So both the units are on the same side. Miles, miles, feet, feet. To convert miles to feet, the relationship between the two is times 5,280. So we're going to do that up here as well. We're going to do times 5,280. So 5,280 times 4 is going to be 0, 32, plus 3 up there, 11 plus 1, 20, 21. So we have 21,120 feet. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner's water tanks. Water tank holds 160 liters of water. How many milliliters of water does the water tank hold? And I'm not going to use King Henry for this one. I'm going to use the other one. We know it's 160 liters, and we want to go to some milliliters. And there's a base conversion here. 1 liter is equal to 1,000 milliliters. The units are on the same side, so we can proceed. Liter to milliliter relationship is going to be defined as times 1,000. So we're going to do that up here as well, times 1,000. So 160 times 1,000. We know that means we're going to go and move our decimal 1, 2, 3 times. 1, 2, 3. Fill in the zeros. So that's going to be 160,000 milliliters. We're going to go ahead and hit submit. And we get 100.